Chelsea enters the darkest phase of her life when everything that seemed safe after the first nightmare becomes the beginning of a new series of tragedies, causing not only her, but the entire Dupree family to fall into a spiral of despair. The commercial aired on CBS not only depicts Chelsea's survival but also sows a chilling question in the hearts of viewers. Is that survival really a victory or just a brief pause before other hauntings strike? Allison's appearance with a knife in her hand is proof that the threat has not ended, but on the contrary, is escalating to an uncontrollable level. Allison, in her frenzy, has become the embodiment of an indelible obsession, someone who is not only driven by personal hatred, but may also be influenced by hidden relationships behind. What family secret has made her hate Chelsea so much that she is willing to destroy everything? Or is this just the result of a powerful puppet master manipulating her as a pawn in a larger game, where Chelsea is just a target for revenge? While Chelsea is missing, the family is in turmoil, each facing their own powerlessness. Kat and Jacob embark on a search, following scattered clues in the hope of saving her life, but the truth they are about to uncover may be too much to bear. The journey is not only about rescuing Chelsea, but also about confronting the dark corners of the Dupree family, where the truth revealed may shake an entire legacy. In the moment of reunion, Chelsea is held tightly in Anita's arms, as if affirming that the family was able to save her, but that image is covered by the shadow of the truth that has not been revealed. Anita's prayer is answered, but at the same time, a curse seems to have just been awakened. The shadow of the past begins to appear when Vernon utters the haunting words, "God, what have we done?" It could be the desperate cry of a man realizing that his decisions in the past have unintentionally pushed his family into a spiral of hatred with no way out. Is it possible that Vernon himself has hidden a terrible mistake related to Allison or Chelsea? A truth that, if exposed, will destroy the entire family's honor? Or more simply, Vernon just feels some invisible force creeping in, pushing the members into successive crises, making the family no longer a safe fortress but only a stage for tragedies. The moment Allison is arrested at the police station does not bring the relief that everyone expected. Jacob and Madison stand there, watching Chelsea tremble before the man who once made her life a hell. Allison, with her eyes wide and bulging, stares at Chelsea with a cold gaze, as if hatred cannot be chained. Her madness goes beyond the attack, and is a warning that the wounds Chelsea carries will never fully heal. Chelsea's psyche may transform her into a new, stronger person, but it also risks causing her to fall into a state of paranoia, destroying herself and those she loves. Meanwhile, Kat and Jacob, with the responsibility on their shoulders, must not only protect Chelsea but also face a difficult question. Will they have the courage to accept the truth if this search journey exposes a long-buried family secret? If the answer is yes, the Dupree family will face a fierce division, where trust and loyalty will be tested to the limit. Nicole, Danny, and Martin will certainly not be able to avoid this spiral. They may unite to protect their families, but old conflicts and rifts in their relationships may turn into sharp blades, turning them against their own blood relatives. And above all, the seemingly peripheral character Madison emerges as a hidden link. Her presence at the police station, standing next to Jacob, may be a small detail, but in the intrigue-filled world of Fairmont Crest, nothing is accidental. Is Madison just a harmless witness, or is she the mysterious factor that connects the entire chain of tragedies? Her silence, her excessive concern, or even her timely presence may all be signs that a much more terrifying truth awaits. Chelsea's future now hangs between light and darkness. She can rise from her wounds, becoming a symbol of strength and resilience, or she can be engulfed by hauntings that will never let go. Allison's existence, even after her capture, remains a scar in the minds of Chelsea and the Dupree family. The story is not over, but only opens a new chapter, where each character must face the truth, the ghosts of the past, and their own choices. In the world of Beyond the Gates, there is no absolute victory, only ongoing chess games, and every step can become a fateful fall. Nicole enters the crisis with a more complicated state of mind than anyone could have guessed, because she is not only a psychiatrist, someone who is used to facing the darkness in the minds of patients, but also a daughter in the Dupree family, where secrets are lurking to collapse all fragile trust. The name Allison is not simply an external enemy, but may also be associated with fragments of memories, stories that have never been told. Nicole feels it is her responsibility to find the real cause, because she understands that no one suddenly turns into a monster without being driven by past wounds. But the deeper she digs, the more danger surrounds her, because she may be drawn into the vortex of madness that Allison is spreading. Will she be rational enough to maintain the boundary between work and family, or will she lose herself in the process of searching for the truth? Nicole knows that one wrong move will not only destroy her but also her family. Danny, on the other hand, is the embodiment of explosiveness. Having gone through a tumultuous past in the modeling world, she has learned to fight to keep her place. And now, with her family pushed to the brink, that survival instinct is rising strongly. Danny sees Chelsea as a mirror of herself when she was surrounded by traps and psychological traps with no way out. Chelsea's pain ignites an uncontrollable anger in Danny, making her ready to rush into any confrontation to protect her family, even facing Allison directly. However, that strength can also become a double-edged sword, because Danny's haste can lead to bad decisions. She is not afraid to confront Kat, or even Nicole or Martin, if she feels they are hiding something. And this internal division can leave the family on the defensive, while the real enemy lurks somewhere in the shadows. Martin brings a different perspective. As a man torn between reason and emotion, Martin understands the importance of protecting the family's reputation. He is not only a brother and a son, but also a political figure whose career is built on the image of the Dupree family. Chelsea's disappearance, the truth about Allison, and Vernon's ambiguous confession could all be a knife to Martin's neck, threatening to destroy everything he has built. Therefore, Martin is forced to tread carefully, even ruthlessly, to control the story. In his eyes, the truth is less important than the family's ability to maintain its image and power. But this calculation will put Martin at odds with his own relatives, because not everyone is willing to sacrifice the truth for fame. Kat and Jacob, with their strong belief in finding the truth, will inevitably clash with Martin, causing the already tense family relationship to crack even more. The interweaving of these three characters creates a maze of paradoxes. Nicole is eager to find out the cause, Danny wants to protect Chelsea at all costs, and Martin tries to bury the truth to preserve his honor. It is this opposition that will turn the Dupree family into an underground battlefield, where love and loyalty are tested to the limit. Anita's hug for Chelsea seems to be the beginning of a healing process, but in fact it is the first crack that reveals the truth that each member has a separate goal in mind. Chelsea, in a damaged mental state, will become the center of the struggle. One side wants to protect her, one side wants to exploit her story to clarify, and one side wants to bury everything to avoid scandal. Meanwhile, Allison, though in custody, remains an indelible shadow. Her every word, her every look, even her silence at the police station is a reminder that this tragedy is not so simple. Allison may be a pawn, but who is holding the hand that moves the pawn? Madison, with her mysterious presence at Jacob's side, suddenly becomes a major suspect. Why does she always appear at the right time? And why does her gaze when she looks at Chelsea seem so inexplicable? If Madison is indeed the missing link, then the entire Dupree family has misjudged the situation, and the real enemy may be standing in their midst. The days of waiting for Chelsea to return are no longer simply a prayer for safety, but have turned into a battle for control of the family's fate and secrets. Every step is calculated. Every decision can push a loved one into a dead end. And in this context, Chelsea is a mirror for the entire family. A survivor with a scar, but will that scar become a symbol of strength or a sign of destruction? All will be decided in the coming days, when Beyond the Gates returns and reveals the next dramatic chapter. where light and darkness will continue to fight for each soul in the Dupree clan. Madison has become the focus of suspicion not only because of her constant presence in key situations, but also because of her excessive silence about the turmoil in the Dupree family. Madison has always stood by Jacob, presenting the image of a loyal, gentle, and steady companion, but that very perfection makes people feel uneasy. In the world of secrets and lies at Fairmont Crest, no one exists without a dark side, and Madison may be the clearest proof of that. When Chelsea stands trembling opposite Allison in the police station, Madison's eyes flash with something inexplicable, not absolute sympathy but cold curiosity, as if she were observing an experiment rather than a family tragedy. Was Madison simply a bystander, or did she herself contribute to Chelsea's terrible trap by providing information to Allison? If that were true, this betrayal would be a fatal blow, because Jacob would not only lose faith in the woman beside him but also be forced into a position of becoming a pawn on someone else's chessboard. Vernon, meanwhile, could no longer hide the trembling in his eyes. His words, "Oh my God, what have we done?" rang out not only as a confession but also as an alarm signal for what was buried deep in the family's past. Vernon had once been a symbol of control, of a father, a grandfather who knew how to protect his family from the scrutiny of the outside world. But now, what he had hidden was coming back to claim his debt. There was a theory that Vernon had been involved with Allison in an event many years ago, an event that, if exposed, would not only destroy his reputation but also drag the entire Dupree family down with it. Vernon may have made a mistake in choosing honor over truth, and now Chelsea is the direct victim of that decision. Whispers of an old grudge, of a secret blood relationship or a betrayal from the previous generation, all are pouring in on him. If Allison is not the only one behind the tragedy, then Vernon may be the only one who knows the true identity of the mastermind, but he chooses to keep silent, allowing the family to continue to be drawn into the vortex he helped create. The connection between Madison and Vernon, though never made public, begins to appear as a dangerous unknown. If Vernon knows something about Allison and Madison is the secret link between the two worlds, then what is happening is just the tip of a much larger plan. Madison may not have been brought into the family by accident, but by arrangement long ago, with the intention of destroying it from within. Vernon, in his confusion and torment, may be trying to atone for his past mistakes by protecting this secret to the end, but the price will be the destruction of a new generation. If the truth is revealed that Vernon's silence inadvertently paved the way for Allison, and Madison is the one who continues to perfect that plan, the Dupree family will face a crisis with no way out. In that picture, Chelsea becomes the center not only because of her existence but also because of what she represents: the family's past, present, and future. Every step she takes, from fear to strong will, reflects the truth that the Dupree family is threatened not only from the outside but also from within. Nicole continues to struggle with the responsibility of understanding Allison and Madison's psychology. Danny is pushed into a spiral of anger to expose everything, while Martin becomes increasingly mired in political calculations and the need to control the family image. All of these conflicts will only explode more violently when the hidden connection between Vernon and Madison is exposed, forcing everyone to choose sides: family or truth. The future of the Dupree clan is no longer simply a story of a girl surviving a tragedy, but a battle of faith, honor, and survival. Allison, sane or insane, is still a lurking ghost, a reminder that the real enemy has never left. Madison, with her gentle appearance, may be the hidden knife waiting to strike. And Vernon, in his haunting silence, is the key to unlocking the secret buried for decades. Byond the Gates thus enters a new chapter, where every prayer, every tear, and every calculation can become a weapon, and each member of the Dupree family will have to face the ultimate choice: sacrifice a part of the truth to keep the family, or accept the truth and lose everything.